bid, you better get 50. I have 250 bid, you better get 75. At 275 bid, you better get 50, 60, 70. At 270 bid, you better get 70, put up at 70, 80. 280, 90. At 290 bid, roll it away. Now you better get 280, 90. I have 280 bid, you better get 90 bid, you better get 90, you better get 80, 90. I have 280,000, you better get 290. At 280 bid, you better get 290,000. Close bid at $280,000. Close the bid. The bid goes on.
Ladies and gentlemen, the next 15 cars are from the Amos MINTER collection. It's the best batch of birds we've ever seen. It's also the largest ever offering of F-Code supercharged Thunderbirds in history. Now, the MINTERs are well known for their meticulous Thunderbird restorations, so bid openly, bid with confidence. You are buying the best. Up first, Lot 130.1 is the only Azure Blue supercharged F-Bird. It's an AACA National First Prize winner. Supercharged 312 engine. Has a hard top on it. Azure Blue F-Code Thunderbird.
Yeah, somebody get $500,000. You're buying the best in the world. Somebody get five. At one of one. At $500,000. You better get five. You better get four. You better get 300. At $300,000. You better get three. You better get $200,000. 100,000. 150. 150 bid. You better get 175. Two. At $200,000 bid. You better get 225. At 200 bid. You better get 225. 50. 225 bid. You better get 50. Out here, 225. The bid, $250,000. I have 225 bid. You better get 250. At 225 bid. You better get 250,000. I have $225,000 bid. Anybody get $250,000 for it? At 225 bid. You better get 250. I have 225 bid. You better get 235. At 225 bid. You better get 235. I have 225 bid. You better get 235. At 225 bid. You better get 235. At 235. 235,000 is the bid. 245,000. 235 bid. You better get 245. At 235 bid. You better get 245. Close the bid at $235,000. Close the bid. The bid goes on.
Lot 131, a 57 F-Code Thunderbird. It's one of one in Sun Gold. Scored 300 out of 300 at the CTCI meet. AACA National First Prize. Documented with the original invoice. One of one supercharged F-Code in Sun Gold.
And somebody gets $300,000. You better get three bid. You better get three. You better get three. You better get three. You better get $300,000 bid. You better get 250. At 200,000. You better get two bid. You better get 200. Somebody give $100,000 for it. $100,000. 125. 125, 150, 150, 125 bid, 150, 125, 50 bid, you better get 150. I have 125, C, 50, 150, now 75, $175,000 for it. At 150 bid, you better get 175. At 150 bid, you better get 75. Here, you better get 175. 150 bid, 175, 160, 70, 170 bid, you better get 70 bid, 80, 180 bid, you better get 80, better get 80, better get 80, better get 170, 80. At 170 bid, 180,000. You better get 180. I have 170 bid. You better get 80 bid. You better get 80, better get 180. 170 bid, 180. Put up at 80 bid, 180, 90. 190 bid. You better get 190, 200. I have 190 bid. You better get 200,000. 10. At 210 bid. You better get 10. You better get 10, 20. At 220 bid. You better get 10. You better get 20. You better get 220. I have 210 bid. You better get 220,000. 210. 220, 210 bid, you better get 20 bid, you better get 20 here, you better get 220 Kirk, 210, 220, 210, 220, $220,000 is bid. 230, 230, 250, 250, 230 bid, you better get 50. I have 230 bid, you better get 50, better get 50, better get 250. At 230 bid, you better get 50, better get 50, better get 250. 250 is the bid. And you're out now, 252, 60 reserve is off, C, 62, 60 bid, 262, 70. At 270 reserve is off. At 270,000. At 260, 70 bid, you better get 70, better get 70, better get 70. At 270,000. Now you better get 270. At 270,000. At 270. 280. You're out 280. 270, $280,000. I have 270 bid. Anybody get 280? Sold $270,000. Sold 270 Kirkland.
Lot 132 is a 1957 F-Code Thunderbird, one of 5 F-Birds in Dusk Rose, supercharged 312 engine, rare 3-speed racing transmission, a 57 F-Code in Dusk Rose.
And somebody gets 300. I've got $100,000 again. 125. One bid, 25, 50. 150 bid. Anybody get 50? Anybody get 50? Anybody get 150, 75. 150 bid. Anybody get 60, 70. 170, put up at 70, 80, 90. 192 at $200,000 bid. Anybody get 2, say 2. Anybody get 2. Anybody get 200. 210. I have 2 bid. Anybody get 10? Anybody get 10? Anybody get 210? I have $200,000 bid. Anybody get 210? At 2's the bid. $210,000 for it. I have 200 bid. Anybody get 10? Anybody get 10? Anybody get 10? Drop the hood, button it up, roll it away. At 200's the bid. Anybody get 210? I have $200,000 bid. Anybody get 210? At 2 bid, 1020. 220. 220. 230. 230. 220. 30. I have 220 bid. Anybody get 30? Anybody get 30? Anybody get 230? At 220, 30. 220 bid, anybody get 230? I have 220 bid, anybody get 230 bid, 25, 30, 230, 230, 40, 240 bid, anybody get 232, 40, 230, 240. On the telephone back there, does he want 240? Close the bid. $230,000. Close the bid. The bid goes on.
Lot 133, a 1957 F-Code Thunderbird. It's one of 9 F-Birds in gunmetal gray. Has a red interior. Documented with the original invoice. AACA junior and senior scored 300 out of 300 at the CTCI event. Supercharged 312 F-Bird.
And somebody gets $300,000. You better get 3. You better get 2. You better get 100 bid. 110 now. 20. 120 bid. 30. 130 bid. 140. 140 bid. You better get 40. You better get 130. 140. 140 bid. You better get 40. 50. 140 bid. 150,000. You better get 50. 150. I have 140 bid. 150 sprack. 50 bid. 150,000. 160. I have 150 bid. 160,000. $150,000 is the bid. $160,000. 150 bid. You better get 160. I have 150, 60, 70. 170,000. You better get 70 bid. You better get 170. 180. 170 bid. 180,000. I have $170,000 bid. Anybody give $180,000 for it? At 170 bid. 180. 170. 180. I have 170,000. 180. 170. $180,000. Anybody else? At 170 bid, 180, 90, 190, 180, 90, 200. At 190 bid, anybody get 2 bid, anybody get 200. I have $190,000 bid. Anybody get $200,000 for it? Close the bid at $190,000. Close the bid. The bid goes on.
Lot 134 is a 1957 F-Code Thunderbird. It's one of 4 F-Birds in Torch Red. AACA National First Prize. CTCI score of 297 out of 300. As the original dealer invoice, supercharged 312 F-Code Thunderbird.
Somebody get $300,000 here. You better get 3. You better get 3. 100 is the bid. 125. I have 100 bid. You better get 125 here. You better get 110, 20. 120, 30. 130, 30, 40. 140 bid. You better get 40. You better get 40. You better get 40. You better get 140. 130, 40. I have 130 bid. 140,000. 150,000. 160,000. Now 170,000. 170. I have 160 bid. You better get 170,000. 160 bid. 170,000. You better get 60. 70, 170, 160,000, 170,000. Anybody get 170? $160,000 is the bid. $170,000 for it. At 160 bid, anybody get 170, 160, 170. Anybody else? At 160 bid, 170, 165. Chris? Reserve is off. 160. $165,000. 160's the bid. 165. I have 160,000. 165. 165 is the bid. 170. I have 165 bid. 170,000. You want 170? So $165,000, Kirk.
Lot 135, a 1957 F Code Thunderbird. It's one of 3 F Birds in Willow Green. Professional restoration, supercharged 312, 1957 supercharged Thunderbird.
How much here now? Somebody get $300,000 bid. You better get 3. You better get 1 bid. 125. 100 bid. 125. 135. 150 bid. 160. 160. 70. 170 bid. 80. 90. 192. At $200,000 bid. You better get 2 bid. You better get 2. You better get 10 now. Go. 2 10s here. 2 10s here. 20. 220. 25. 30. 220. 230. I have 220 bid. 230. I have 220 bid. You better get 230. Reserve is off. At 222 30. I have 225 30. 225 bid. You better get 230. 230. 235. 235 bid. 40. At 240 bid. You better get 40. You better get 40. You better get 40. You better get 240. 240. 240. 245,000 to you. 240. 245. Sold. $240,000, Robin.
Lot 135.1, a 1957 F Code supercharged Thunderbird, a Minter restoration, supercharged 312 Thunderbird special, has red interior, power steering and brakes. 1957 F Bird.
Yeah, somebody get $300,000 here. You better get 1's bid. 125. 125, 35, 50. 150 bid. 150 here. You better get 150. 150 bid. 140. 150. I have 140 bid. 145. 145. 145,000. You better get 45 bid. You better get 145. $140,000 is the bid. $145,000. 140. 145, 140,000, 145,000, 150,000, 150, 150. 145, 50, 145, 150 rolled away at 145 bid, 150. Yeah, 150. Close the bid at $145,000. Close the bid. The bid goes on.
Lot 136, the 1957 F Code Thunderbird. It's one of 12 F Birds in Thunderbird Bronze. This car has 2 tops, a supercharged 312 automatic transmission 1957 F Code Thunderbird.
How much here now? Somebody get $200,000 bid. You better get 2. You better get 150. 150,000. 150 bid. 75, 85, and 100. At 125, 110, 20. 120, 30. 130 bid. 130 here. You better get 20, 30. 120 bid. 130,000. I have 120 bid. 130,000. You better get 120, 130. 120 bid. 130. I have 120 bid. 130,000. Now anybody else? At 120, 130. Show me 30, 40. 140. I've got 140, 150, I've got 140, 150, 140, 150, 140 bid, 150, at 140 bid, 150,000, 145, 50, 150, 150 bid, 150, 150, 150, 155. 155, 150 bid, 155,000, 205, 155, 155. You're out now, 160, 155 bid, 160. I have 155 bid, 160,000 at 155 bid, 160. Close the bid at $155,000. Close the bid. The bid goes on.
Lot 137, a 57 F Code Thunderbird. It says a supercharged 312 V8 engine, Ford-O-Matic transmission, chrome wire wheels, 1957 F Bird.
And somebody get $200,000 here. You better get two bid. You better get two. You better get two. You better get 200. At $200,000 bid. You better get two. You better get 150. Give 100,000. 100. At 100,000. 110. 20. 120 bid. You better get 30. 130 bid. You better get 30. You better get 30. You better get 120. 30. 120 bid. 130,000. I have 120 bid. 130 bid. You better get 30. You better get 30. 40. 140 bid. 130. 40. I have 130 bid. 140,000. 40. 50. 150 bid. 150 bid. 140, 50. I have 150, 60. 150. What do you got? 150, 160, 150, 60, 150 bid, 160, 150 bid, 150, 60, 155 is the bid, 160, 155, 60 bid, 160, 155 bid, 160,000. Reserve is off, 155, 160. I have 155 bid, 60 now, 158. 165. 160 is the bid. 165. 160 bid. 165. 160 bid. 165. 162. 162.5 is the bid. $165,000 to you. 162.5. 165. Sold. $162,500, Chris.
Lot 138 is a 1957 Ford Custom Phase 1. It's one of 4 Phase 1 supercharged customs known to exist. It's documented with the original dealer invoice and payment receipt stub, professional Minter restoration, supercharged 312, heavy-duty 3-speed manual. It's a Phase 1 Ford Custom.
And somebody give $180,000 here. You better give 180 bid. You better give 80. Give 150. 150,000. Now you better give 150 bid. I've got 30. You better get 40. You better get 40. You better get 50. At 50,000. You better get 60,000. You better get 70,000. You better get 70, 80, 90. At 90, show me 90 bid. You better get 100 bid. 100 here. You better get 90, 110. 110 bid. 20. 120 bid. You better get 20. You better get 20. You better get 20. 110 bid. 120. 110 bid. 120,000. Now 110 is the bid. $120,000. I have 110 bid, 115, 120, 120, 120 bid. You better get 25, 125, 125 bid. You better get 5, 5, 5, 30. You're out in the back, 30, 125, 130. I have 125 bid, 130,000. Anybody else? At 125 bid, 130, 125, $130,000. 125, 130. Close the bid at $125,000. Close the bid. The bid goes on.
Lot 139, a 1957 E-Code Thunderbird. It scored 300 out of 300 at the CTCI event. It's professional Minter restoration, factory invoice, dual quad 312 engine, loaded with every power accessory available that year. A 1957 dual quad T-Bird.
And somebody give $150,000 here. 50, 60, 60, 70, 70, 80, 80, 90, 90, 100, $100,000 here. You better get 10, 110, 20, 120 bid, 30, 130, you're out 30, 120 is a bid, 130, 120 bid here. You better get 130. I have 120,000, 130,000, 125, 125, 120,000 is the bid, 125,000. I have 120. $125,000 for the one that just happens to be one of my favorite ones of the whole collection.
That's a great card.
125. 130. 125. 130. Close the bid at $125,000. The bid goes on.
Lot 140 in 1957 E-Code Thunderbird professional Minter restoration. One of 1,499 E-Birds produces the dual quad 312 3-speed manual with overdrive porthole hardtop 57 E-Bird.
How much here now? Somebody give 180,000, 180 bid, 150 give 100. At $100,000 bid, 100 here. You better get 60 bid, you better get 70 bid, you better get 70 bid, 80. At 70, 80 bid, you better give 80, 90. At 90 bid, you better get 90, 100. 100,000, 100 bid, 110. 100 bid, 110 bid, you better get 10, 10, 10, 110. At 100 bid, 110,000. I have 100 bid, 110 here, 105, 110, 15. 115 now, 20. 120 bid, 125. 125, 30. 130 bid, 135. 135. 135. 135 bid, you better get 5, 5, 5, 135. 135. 135. 135,000. Now you better get 135. 135. 135,000. You better get 130. 130. 130. 130. 120, 30. 120, 130. At 120 bid, 130. I have 120 bid, 130,000. 120, 30. 120 is the bid. 130. 120 bid, 130. 120. 130. 130,000. 130 is the bid. And the reserve is off 135. 130 bid, 135. 130 bid, 135. I have 130 bid, 135,000. 130 bid, 135. So, $130,000, Shane Clinton on the telephone.
Lot 140.1, a 1957 Ford Thunderbird Professional Minter Restoration, rebuilt 312 V8 Ford-O-Matic transmission, has power steering and brakes, porthole hard top, black soft top 57 T-Bird.
Yeah, and somebody give 150,000, 150 give 100. At $100,000 here, you better get 20, you better get 30, you better get 30, you better get 40, you better get 40, you better get 50. At 50 bid, you better get 60, you better get 70 bid, you better get 80 bid, you better get 90. I have the bid is with me at 80, now 90. At 80 bid, you better get 90. I have 80 bid, you better get 90, you better get 90, you better get 80, you better get 90. I have 80 bid here, you better get 90 bid, you better get 90,000, you better give 80, 90. At 80 bid, you better get 90 bid, you better give 80 bid, you better get 90 bid, you better give 85. At 80 bid, you better give 85,000. Now roll away. At 80 bid, you better give 85,000, you better give 5 bid, you better give 85. At 80 bid, you better give 5, 5, 5, 80 bid, you better give 85. 85, now 90, 85 bid, you better get 90 bid, you better get 90 here, reserve is off. At 85 bid, you better get 90, at 85 bid, 90, 95, at 95 bid, you better get 90, 95, at 95 bid, you better give 85, 95, I have 85 bid, you better get 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 95 here, you better give 85, 90. Sold, $85,000, Dallas.
Lot 141 is a 57 Ford T-Bird in Sea Spray Green. It's the rarest color on a 57 T-Bird. Professional Minter Restoration, highest scoring T-Bird at the CTC Icon course. Rebuilt 312 Ford-O-Matic transmission, even has air conditioning, a 57 Thunderbird.
How much here now? Somebody give 120,000. Now you better get 30, 40. 30, 40, 50, at 50, 60, at 60 bid, you better get 60, 70, at 70 bid, you better get 70, 80, at 80 bid, you better give 80, 90. I have 80 up front here, and you're out there, you better get 90 bid, you better give 80, 90. I have 80 bid, you better get 90 bid, you better get 90, you better get 90, you better give 80, you better get 90,000. I have 80,000, you better get 90,000. Now you better give 80 bid, you better get 90. I have 80 bid, you better get 90,000, you better give 80, 85. At 80 bid, you better give 85,000, you better give 80 bid, you better give 5 bid. You better give 85. At 80 bid, you better give 85,000. I have 80 bid, you better give 85,000. Now you better give 80 bid, you better give 85. $80,000. $85,000 for it. At 80 bid, you better give 85. Close the bid at $80,000. Close the bid. The bid goes on.
Lot 142, a 1955 Ford Thunderbird, a very early production car. It's a CTCI Senior Gold and Excellence in Authenticity Award winner. Very early car, professional body off restoration, 292 chrome wire wheels, a 55 T-Bird.
$100,000 here. You better go 100 bid. You better give 1. You better go 100. At $100,000 bid, 100 here. You better give 80 bid. You better give 80. You better give 10. You better give 20. You better give 30. You better give 40. You better give 50. You better give 60. At 60 bid, you better get 60, 70. I have 60 bid now. Nope, bids here. 60. You're out over there. You better get 70. I have 60 bid. You better get 70 bid. You better get 65. At 60 bid, you better get 65,000. Now you better get 60, 65. I have $60,000 bid. You better get 65,000. Anybody else? At 60 bid, you better get 65. At 60 bid, you better get 65. Now 70. 65. 70. 65. 70. I have 65 bid. You better get 70 bid. You better get 70 bid. You better get 65, 70. At 65 bid. You better get 70 bid. You better get 70. You better get 70. You better get 70. You better get 65, 70. I have 65 bid. You better get 70,000. At 65 bid, 70. Reserve is off. 65,000. You better get 70,000. You better get 67. Now 70. Now 70. At 67, 70. I have 67 here. I have 67. You got to be 70. 67. What? I'll do that. 69. Now 70. 69, 70. 69 bid 70. Sold $69,000, Andrew.
At no reserve, lot 143.